Hello, English teachers! Are you ready to power up your English class? Here are some tips for giving clear instructions when forming groups. First, let's see some examples of long and unclear instructions. Okay, what I want you to do is to just get into groups and talk together about what you did over the weekend. What is the purpose of these instructions? Yes, the teacher wants the students to have a group discussion. Do you think this teacher talk is effective? The sentence in this instruction is grammatically correct, and we can understand what the teacher is trying to have her students do. However, giving instructions in a language classroom requires careful consideration of your learners. You may have noticed that this instruction is lumped together in one long sentence. It can be a challenge for beginning language learners to understand the task, start engaging, and complete the group work. Many times, students need more support than teachers realize. So by making instructions clear and simple, students can get right to the task. Now, let's think about how to give clear and supportive instructions for this task. How would you make the instructions clear and effective for your students? I will give you 15 seconds to think about it. Ready? Go! Welcome back. If you need more time to think, just pause the video. Let's see if your ideas are similar to mine. Teachers need to break down each instruction step by step and check students' understanding of each step. Here is an example of how this kind of teacher talk can improve. Step 1. Introduce the group discussion topic. For example, you can say, "Today, you will talk about what activities you did over the weekend." Step 2. Before asking them to jump into the task, model the conversation for them. Let's give it a try. "Anna, what did you do last Saturday?" The student might answer, "I visited my grandmother's house." "You did? What did you do with your grandmother?" "I cooked and I had dinner." "Oh, you cooked and had dinner with her. How nice." "Yes, I had dinner with my grandmother." You can go for another round with another student to make sure your students understand the discussion topic. As you can see, this modeling also provides your students with both language samples and how the group activity will be carried out. Step 3. You can ask your students to form groups. The teacher talk we first examined is missing specific guidance for this step. You want to be clear about the size of the group, the duration, and the purpose of activity. When you try it for the first time, it is better if you assign them in groups. For example, you can say, "Students A, B, and C, you are in group 1. And ask the students to gather in one area of the classroom for their group activity. Group 1, please go to that corner. Group 2, please gather in the middle. Group 3, come sit together near the front of the room." It's also a good idea to have names of students and their group designations either on the board or on a piece of paper as a visual reference. Step 4. Once students form their groups, remind them of their task one more time. I will give you 5 minutes to discuss your weekend. After 5 minutes, one person from each group will present what you talked about. Remember, giving clear instructions in English is critical for students to engage in the task well. It also gives students exposure to real, meaningful language input from the teacher. Using handouts and body language to accompany clear instructions can support support when students are not familiar with lessons in English. You can gradually reduce these supports when you see that your students are becoming more independent with only the verbal instructions. Thanks for watching and learning. Now, let's go do it!